This is the first video about exploring coral. Hello, this is Wake Up with a new video about spiral dynamics. This time the first video of the coral series, exploring coral. I made 3 videos about the 3 substages of turquoise. So if you're through yellow and turquoise, now coral is the next step, and it will happen by itself. You cannot force it. There's no skill or exercise or meditation that will make you go into coral, but at some point it will happen. Yeah, and then strange things start to happen, and you better shut up about them. That's my advice. Shut up. The first rule of the coral explorer is don't talk to other people about your experiences. About 99% of the people will not understand it and misunderstand it, and 1% will understand it but misunderstand it anyway. Most people will think you're crazy now, and others will be jealous. Yeah, in green and blue and also yellow to some degree, there's still a lot of jealousy because everyone thinks, oh, I've been practicing this and that since 20 or 30 years, and it's my turn to be in coral now. What's this guy or this girl doing in coral? Seriously, that's going on in most people's minds. Competition. I know for most of you, competition will be very alien, but 99% of the people you meet, competition is a very real thing. Of course, it has nothing to do in spirituality because there's not a shortage of places. It's not like there are 100 places for awakening and 5 for enlightenment, and if they're fully booked, there's no space available anymore. That's not how it is. An infinite number of people can wake up and can be enlightened and go into coral and teal or whatever, but they won't. Mostly because they don't have the guts to give up things. Yeah? To go into coral and to wake up, which is what usually happens in coral, waking up. Watch my first video about this, what the difference is between waking up and enlightenment. If you haven't woken up before, then you will in coral. Watch all my first 15 videos, by the way. They're really good for coral. Turquoise, coral, teal. The first few videos, 15 or so from April and May, don't forget them. Most of you haven't watched them yet. Man, today is really going on here. I want to make a video and the bells are tolling and the neighbors are quarreling. Strange times. And this is what you will feel in coral. Everything will be bizarre and strange and new, because it is new. You will see everything from a very new perspective, and it will feel less real. You will lose your identification with yourself, with others, with your work, with your surroundings, with Maya, the matrix. You will see it for what it is, and everything will seem very absurd. And you will feel lonely. We've talked about that before. And you will feel the need to talk about it with someone. Yeah, there are some internet forums where you can talk about it, and you can talk about it with us in this channel, with each other, with me, and so on, and exchange experiences. Yeah, compare notes. Also, some things will start to get annoying. Yeah, in some ways, you will feel very relaxed and peaceful in equanimity, and in some ways you will feel very annoyed. Very, very annoyed. And that's okay. The trick is just to observe it. Just observe everything. Don't do anything. If you still have to earn your bucks, earn your bucks. Don't stay at home and do nothing all day long. It won't get you anywhere. But if you have time, spend as much time as possible with yourself in nature and not talking and not thinking. Just observing. Yeah, park bench phase. And most importantly of all, don't talk about it. If you need someone to talk about it in real life, not here on this channel or in any other forum, then ask them some probing questions first. Yeah, you will think that your friends are thinking and experience the same, but it's not true. I've just talked about it a few days ago with one of you. Your circle of friendship will change. It's not that they're not good friends anymore or good people or something. It's just your interests, your fields of interest will not overlap so much anymore. And they will continue to talk about their green and orange and blue dramas or yellow interests. But this will all be nothing for you anymore. Not because it's not interesting, but because only your own experience counts from now on. And this will feel for others to be very selfish and uppity, arrogant, while in actual fact you're just for the first time connecting with yourself, taking responsibility for yourself and looking inside instead of external circumstances. Many things that are going on around you, you will not take seriously anymore. It will become more and more unreal and bizarre. But don't lose yourself in that. Yeah, we're still tethered to the body mind and to the matrix, to the Maya. So life has still to go on. Don't just shut yourself up in your room at home and do nothing all day, even if you would like to do that. Spend as much time as possible in nature, preferably by yourself, and enjoy that the thinking abates. If you have time to do nothing and to just sit there and not think and not act, do it. But if you still have to earn your bucks, earn your bucks. Just observe. Observe this unreality and see it for the first time as it really is. And shut up about it. And don't judge anything. Don't judge anything and don't judge anyone and don't judge yourself either. Just observe, let things happen and feel your intuition taking over. You have developed your intuition already to some degree in yellow and turquoise, and now you can let it take over. We are still exploring the shores of the land of coral, okay? Your boat has already crashed on the shores, you cannot go back, and now you're exploring the shores. And you have a look inland. But inland you can only see jungle and high mountains. That's just like in the TV show The Island. It looks very strange and dangerous inland. But there's no hurry, explore the shores as long as you need to. And when you venture inland, things will get even stranger. If you want to talk to a live person about your strange experiences, ask them some probing questions first. Ask them about how they see reality. Try to find out how identified they are with themselves and external circumstances and what we call reality. It is astounding how many people who are interested in spiritual and religious topics are actually centered in blue. And blue and green centered people will confuse you with a red centered person. Remember that coral is the red of the second tier. Well, yellow people, they will find it interesting what you have to say, but that's all. To find some turquoise or coral centered people. Or you just go into a cave or into the huts in the mountains or the jungle or the wilderness for a few weeks or months. That's probably best. Another thing to consider is that the ego is still there. And it will not give up without a fight. So it will create all kinds of new illusions to keep you distracted, including delusions of grandeur and special abilities called cities you can feel really grand about. Don't buy into these death throes of your ego. Just observe and stay calm. And shut up. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting me on Patreon. Don't forget the first 15 videos, the oldest videos of this channel. And see you soon, about once a week, sometimes twice a week if I throw in some other videos that are not part of this series. And enjoy this journey inland into the land of coral. Spiritual explorer, wake up. And of course, if you would like to share your own experiences, you can do this here on the channel, or write an email, or write me on Patreon. But from now on, I will reply in questions, not in answers anymore.